Welcome to our giraffe high tea talk. We're not very high up today, so we're inside, nice and warm. In the summertime we do the talk outside on the bridge, which is lovely. So if you plan to come and visit us in the summer, the talk will be outside. But in here, we're in the fantastic giraffe house, joined by the lovely Sonia, who's treating our lovely ladies. There's some lovely veg there. They've also got some nettles and some brambles in their puzzle feeder as well. I'll talk a little bit about that later. But first of all, let me introduce you to our three lovely ladies here. This is our tower of giraffes. That's what you call a collective noun for giraffes. A tower, very appropriate because they are the tallest animal on land. And over here we have the lovely Elise. She is 14 years old. She's the tallest and the most dominant giraffe in our herd as well, because she's the oldest and the tallest. So she's the boss. We then have the lovely Molly, who's enjoying the nettles in the middle here. She's the youngest, she's 10 years old. And then we have the lovely Maggie as well. She's just over here. She is the middle giraffe. She is 12 years old. Now you're probably wondering how on earth you tell them apart. I'm going to tell you a little trick so you can too next time as well. Elise, as well as being the tallest, has very dark spots all over her body. Maggie here, if you look at the ossicones, which are the two bones coming out the top of their head, Molly's got quite short hair on hers, quite bald ossicones. And the lovely Maggie here has very fluffy ossicones, so that's how you can tell the two apart. Personality-wise, they're all very different as well. Bossy, greedy, and Molly's quite shy in the middle as well. So it's quite nice to have all of them here. Sometimes Molly goes for a little walk outside and occasionally peers in whilst walking past. It's nice to have all three of them here with us. We're going to talk through a few features of our lovely ladies here, because I don't know about you guys, but I think they're probably one of the most unique looking animals on earth. They're absolutely beautiful and very unusual. Sometimes people say, how can a giraffe exist and a unicorn can't? Because they look so strange. I'm going to first of all talk about what I consider to be the strongest part of the giraffe, and that is their tongue. Now, our ladies here have a very long tongue. It reaches about 30 centimetres long when fully outstretched. And it's quite an unusual colour, beautifully demonstrated there by Maggie. It's kind of a purpley, grey, blue colour. And the reason it's that colour is to protect it from sunburn. These ladies eat about 30 kilograms of food every day. That is an awful lot of dinner, believe me. And they are eating all day long, and their tongue is going in and out all day long in the hot African sun where they naturally would be found. And so to combat them getting their tongue sunburned, it has evolved to be this strong, rather strange colour, but it works for them. And you can see it is very, very strong. Now, our lovely ladies here are being challenged a little bit. I mean, Elise is getting spoon-fed right here. She's loving life with Sonia. She's dribbling all over Sonia. The dribble is the saliva in a giraffe's mouth is very thick as well, and it's all to do with kind of starting the digestive process, because they want to get every single bit of nutrients out of every single leaf. So poor Sonia getting covered in lovely giraffe saliva. But back to this lovely tongue, and you can see our girls are making light work of this puzzle feeder that we call this here. And now we did have some barrels up before as well, and our keepers fill them with lots of lovely vegetables and leafy greens and leaves for the ladies, rather than just giving it to them on a plate, because it makes them use their tongue like they naturally would, eating all the lovely leaves and trees out in the wild. And it makes it a little bit more interesting for the girls as well. But as you can see, they're making light work of it because they've got a prehensile tongue, which means they can kind of use it as almost like a hand, reach out, grasp and pull it out. So really strong. I think that's probably the strongest part of the giraffe. Second strongest is probably their legs. Now their legs don't look like much for such a large animal, but they can carry the giraffe up to 37 miles an hour. Really, really fast. Yes, we're talking about you. Really, really quick if they want to get away from a predator, like a lion. Now the lions, We don't like to mention lions much in this house because the girls really don't like them. No, she's going, no, don't like them, don't like them. Now they're the main predator of our giraffes. Not the adults so much, but their babies definitely. A lion would have to be pretty desperate to pick on a fully grown giraffe, and that is because of their legs. Now their legs have the ability to kill a lion in one swift kick. So you have to be very careful when working around these ladies because they are very strong and they have that ability to kill a lion in one kick. So very, very strong indeed. Now they spend a lot of their time on the legs as well. We get a lot of questions about do they sleep standing up, what do they do? They seem to spend all of their time standing up. You're pulling quite an she doesn't look amused, does she? Standing up. She's like, they do sleep standing up most of the time. Alicia's a little bit different. She's kind of figured out there's no lions coming to get me, so she will flop down at the end of the day, put her head on her bum, a bit like a giraffe pretzel, and go to sleep. Molly and Mikey here tend to sleep standing up. In the wild, absolutely, they will 100% sleep standing up. Some of them have actually been recorded to sleep with their eyes open, so they look like they're always aware and ready for any predators to come as well. They sleep for about 4 hours out of a 24-hour period in about 20-minute intervals, so they're not lengthy sleepers like your lovely sloths. They're lovely knickers though, aren't they? So, yeah. Not very tasty. She's like, ooh, what is this? Yeah, so they sleep standing up in 20-minute intervals over about 24-hour period in about 4 hours. So they don't do a lot of resting. But they're actually, Maggie here has got her neck lifted straight up, which looks quite comical because she looks like she's staring down at you guys over here. It's actually the resting position for the neck is upright. It's actually a nice stretch for them to reach down like this. So Molly and Alicia are having a lovely stretch down. It's making them work their neck muscles. Upright is a resting position for them. Now talking about that lovely neck, it might surprise you to know that you have the same amount of bones in your neck as these guys. We all have 7 bones in our neck. Ours are about this big, theirs are about this big, about 30 centimetres per vertebrae, so it makes for a really strong structure inside their neck. They have an amazing vascular system as well, running up and down their body, but especially in their neck. These ladies will never suffer from head rush. That is because they have little valves that open and close along their veins all the way down their neck, making sure that the blood will never rush to their head when they pop their head down if they ever wanted to drink water along the ground or wanted to lick someone's head as well, which she seems to be very fond of. Maybe it's because it's red hair. She's like, ooh, what's this? Red cabbage, lovely. So yes, their neck is absolutely amazing. It helps them reach the juiciest leaves at the tops of the trees. They'll mostly get all their water right from the top there rather than drinking from a pool. It also helps them look out for predators as well. It's really interesting to study animals alongside each other, especially a watering hole, something like that. If a giraffe starts running, all the other animals will follow because they've seen something coming in this distance. They're fantastic lookouts, and a lot of other animals like zebras will take cues from the giraffes out in the wild. Now Alicia's doing some lovely head movements, some lovely dance movements for us right here. People often wonder what on earth she's doing. Is she stretching her neck out? Yes, she is. It's also type of body language. People often think of giraffes as silent animals, but they're always communicating with each other. They do actually make sounds, but it's so low in frequency, it's such a low sound that we're not actually able to pick it up with our mere human ears. So they make really low kind of humming sounds to communicate with each other, but they also communicate with each other a lot of the time through body language. So if you see them kind of lifting their heads back and forth, moving their necks, that is what they're doing. They also use their body language to help challenge each other as well. I said that Alicia here is the dominant giraffe. Sometimes the girls will challenge her by pressing their weight into her a little bit, but she always wins because she is the biggest, and the girls will kind of back down usually at the end of that. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about baby giraffes because one, they're adorable, but two, they have quite a stressful start in life. Now, despite being the biggest animal we have here at London Zoo, it's one of the only talks where I can't use a microphone because they're the most skittish, they're the most nervous animals. And it might be to do with their strange start to life. So first of all, they have a 6-foot drop is their first thing that they experience because mum gives birth standing up. So poor baby giraffe has a drop to the ground about 6 foot, a really rude awakening to life. And then mum will start to kick you. Now female giraffes start nudging, shoving, sort of kicking their little baby as soon as it's born, not to be mean, but to get them to stand up. They want their baby to stand up as quick as possible because there might be a pesky lion on the prowl looking for an easy target, which would be a giraffe calf. What they do then is they are up and running in sometimes up to 20 minutes of their life, usually within the first hour after being dropped to the ground, kicked by the mum. They're up and running within an hour of their life. The record is 20 minutes, and their bones start to harden and develop on their first day of being alive. Isn't that incredible, guys? It takes us so long to learn to walk, and they do it in the first hour of their life. So there we go. Dropped to the ground, kicked by a mum, running away from a lion. Maybe that's why they're so skittish, and we should forgive them for being so nervous after having such a shaky start to life. I'm going to finish off by telling you a bit about these amazing bones coming out the top of their head. We said that we can tell the difference between these two. Bandy's got fluffy ones, Molly not so much. These are called ossicones. There's only 2 animals in the world that have them. They're both part of the giraffe family. One is the giraffe, and the other is the okapi. Now, if you guys haven't been able to see the okapis yet today, or have, and wondering what on earth are they, they're the only relative of the giraffe, and they also have these amazing ossicones. Now, in that species, only the male have them. In giraffes, both the male and female have them as well, and they're part of the skull. So, if you have a look at a giraffe or a okapi skull, they are part of it, locked in there. Definitely go and check out the okapis, they're absolutely amazing. They kind of have a very similar shaped face to a giraffe, very nice long neck, and that tongue is almost identical as well. Thank you so much for listening, guys. If you've got any questions, if you want me to talk about any of the features on the lovely giraffe as to why they have them, me and Sonia will help you out. But apart from that, enjoy the rest of your day here at London Zoo. Thank you. Thank you.